I'm going to talk about Substack a little. And even if you don't have Substack, some of the things I'm saying will help you. Okay. So, um, I consider myself a lifelong learner and I'm always trying, or a scientist. I call myself a Substack scientist or anything scientist. Like I'm trying to figure out what's working, what doesn't. If something goes right, oh, that worked. What did I do exactly? And so and I'm always looking for people that are experts that know more than me. And on Substack, I've only been there like a year and a couple months, so I'm still navigating. But I obviously have learned things. And in particular, I think some of the new people um, might not know this, but in the last 2 months, my Substack has really taken off in some new ways. And it's because I'm doing new things. Uh, but one of my newest things is something that I used to do that I don't do anymore that I'm now going to do. And that is, whoops, more people's things are coming in. Everybody's talking about notes. I mean, I just did a whole seminar with like Christina God and Ellen Share, my client, about notes. But nobody's talking about the request to share button. And I gotta admit, I used to do this. I wrote all of this copy to get people to share. And then I forgot about it. And yesterday I read an article. Was it yesterday? I think it was just this re or maybe it was 2 days ago. And it was from one of these Substack experts. And they talked about the share button being the most important piece of real estate because that's how you grow. You really want people to share. And I'm accidentally growing because of the share button where somebody shares an article that they really love. And the writer of this article said something which I know in other ways that you sometimes have to tell people something to do or they won't do it. Like even just having your subscribe button there without copy above it that says subscribe, or even a button when you know you have the button on a sales page, if it says an instruction like start now, like you're not just going to have the button there. So people kind of like to be bossed around. Like we are a society of submissives and dominatrixes because people want to be told what to do. So, the article said that you should ask for shares, which I have done in the past, but in your voice, which brings me to the importance of being you-ier. And they also had this thing, but because I care about being you-ier, I kind of felt like weird about doing. But they sometimes tell people that their goal is to get, and maybe it's just not my personality, even if, I guess it isn't, but I don't want to steal from them. I want, like, they actually was an instructive article, but they said, and they do it, that they actually literally say, I want to get to 1,000 shares with this post. Please help. And it didn't feel you-ier to me because I don't know. I feel like that was too transactional and I don't know. It just didn't feel like me. And plus they said it first. So that was my another reason. Like I don't want to, I'm not going to steal that. I will take the idea of the share bar. And then the other thing they said is, and this one I felt like was me, and it was more like share this because it helps to grow this page. That felt like me. Or just share this and send it to. This is what I did way back in the day when I first started, like a year ago, and some reason I stopped doing it. So I'm going to pull up my my page of some of the things, the copy that were on the dominatrix, and my Substack readers are my submissives. Okay. So everybody grab your whip, your leather boots, and I will pull this up. And hi, Steve, you're learning something new about me now, aren't you?
Yes, the dark side.
Okay. So let me pull this up. First, let me grab it. And oh, but I want you to be you-ier about this. So I'm cool with showing you everything I'm doing, but I'm just going to state the absolute obvious because I just need to. Do not copy what I'm doing, the words. Take your you, your voice. I feel that there is no such thing as competition. If we all are being you here, I could say, do exactly this, but do this in your way and your voice. So I just want to state that because I have seen, sadly, the reason why is I've had many ouches, and I've seen them more recently, like in the last month, of people just literally copying what I'm doing. And I'm like, ouch, ouch, ouch. So even the word you here, which I use, someone start, anyway, I can't even go into it because then it turned into a bitter old lady, and I don't want to be that person. I can hear myself sometimes, like people these days, so, I don't, please, I will never be that woman. So I just want to laugh about it and then have clear communication about it. So I learned from this. Okay. So let me share. Oh, and I want to ask you guys, if you have, when you come up with ideas, I want to tell you what I do, and I wanted to see if other people do this. We live in such a time scarce world that, and I believe that creativity has a momentum factor in it. That sometimes this is why I batch like my quote image posters for Instagram. I feel like my first couple of ideas are sometimes like meh, and then I get better and better the more I sit with them. So when I did this, even the first time, I might have spent anywhere from 60 minutes to 90 minutes, maybe even 2 hours, like just going, I'm going to crack the code on this. I'm going to try everything. Like this did not come out of me in like a 20 minute. It can't like it's like an hour. So I don't know if you guys do that. It's really worth it because that's where you get the zingers. That's where you get it. And that's where I guess you become you-ier. So I just want to say that to you guys. All right. So the copy is not fully written yet. These were the new ones that I did, and I think it's too long. And then I found my old ones. These are my old ones down here. And then I have a whole folder with them so I can dip into them, so it doesn't become white noise, like where people, oh, I already read that. Like, and also I do believe that sometimes some words hit differently than others for people, which is why I give the example on my Stop Emotional Eating course page. Some people don't identify as an emotional eater, but they identify as an overeater or a comfort eater or a stress eater. So on that page, I talk to them using different descriptions. And so one of these might hit somebody, but wouldn't hit somebody else. So if you keep coming at them in different ways, finally you'll be like, oh, now I do want to share it. So I try it differently each time. And it helps when I have this page because then I can go shopping on it. So these are the totally long ones, which means if it's long, it means I haven't really thought it out right yet. I'm writing about like what I want to say. Um, and this is too long for above the button. But the way you could do it, because Substack has the subscribe button with caption. And if I did want to use something like this, I could skip that feature and just put the copy above the subscribe button without the caption. Do you guys know what I mean? Or do you want me to go over to Substack and show you? I'm happy to go over to Substack and show you what I mean.
Yeah,
Let's,
show us. That'd
you
be
want me to
good.
show you? Okay. And then I'll take you through all the copy. Oh, by the way, this person um, is doing really well right now. She has like a little subscription thing. And she's an example of being so you-ier, but she might not be my you-ier or your you-ier. But I just want to show you how you she is. She's like, why subscribe? I'm broke, bitch. Like. And if I read that, I'm like, oh, but you know what? And that's all the copy she wrote. She has the button. Like, and I found her not on Substack. I found her somewhere else. She's very popular. And her voice, because she's so you-ier, people, I mean, she's taking a lot of risks, which is what you have to do when you're you-ier. Let me see if I can find her page again. I'm digressing, but I realize that being you-ier really does require a lot of risk. Ugh, I'm not going to be able to find it. Hold on a second. I'll just go to what I was going to go to in the first place. And I'm always on here looking at what is this person doing? What is that person doing? But again, because I so value like owning my lane, owning my voice, I just see more technically. Like, and it also reminds me, like when I saw that, there's no way on earth I'm gonna write I'm broke, bitch. Like it's not my voice. But I saw that, and you know what I thought to myself? I thought this is a reminder to risk being my UES self. So that's what I saw when I saw it. I didn't say, oh, now I will write on broke bitch. I thought this is a reminder, take those risks, you know? All right. So now I'm going to go to a very old, my old posts. I used to do this, the share button. I'll try to find one from a very old post. I'm trying to remember where I did it. Maybe this one from like a year ago. Down at the bottom, I wrote something. I did write like a long little paragraph here about why you should subscribe. And this is important. You got to do it in your voice, because what you're doing is you need it to be in your voice so they could go, oh, I like this writer's voice. I will sub. So I'm actually doing two things at once. I'm telling them to subscribe, but I'm really reminding them this is my writer's voice, subscribe. But I'm not saying the words, this is my writer's voice. But that's why it has to be in your voice. But this was one I did for this. Forward this to the last person you texted. They might like it. I had a bunch of those little short ones. And it puts it in their minds to do it. So I'm going to edit this and I'm going to show you this is what I have now. But if I wanted to add another one, and I'll take it off, here's the button with the share post without and the share post with caption. Okay. And the subscribe button without and the subscribe with caption. So share post with caption, right? Um, and this is not recommended to stay with this. It's very, I mean, at least it's asking, at least you're being a dominatrix, but it's not your voice. And that's the ultimate reason why they would subscribe. Oh, I really do feel like I like to read more of this, you know? So then if I go in here and I dip into my sheet here, these are all too long. So I'll go down here. Where's a good subscribe one from my list? Subscribe. I had fuck duck. Hold on. There are more here. Oh, yes. Okay. So I have a bunch of them and some of them aren't good, but uh let me see. This is why I didn't use any of these. Okay. I don't know. I don't even like any of them as I'm going through it.
Are you sharing? I don't see.
Oh, you don't see me sharing? It says
I
stop
see
share,
it.
so I must be sharing.
I see
But
it.
I see it too.
I don't see it.
Go to the top of your screen. There's a screen of Karen's, not just Karen. There's a choice between screens.
Oh, yeah.
L- Speaker
It says screen share, I think, at least on my phone.
at the very top.
Do you see it, Lynn?
I see share at the bottom.
Now at the top, meeting and Karen S screen. There's two tabs on top. You just got to click on Karen S screen.
Oh, I got it now. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for helping her. Okay, so what I do is I just copied it and from mistakes, if you try to put it in totally, it sometimes won't land. So what I do is it will like snap out of the caption and then you have to start over. So I figured that out the hard way. So I just grab and I leave the first two letters and the last two letters there. And then I copy and paste. And then I have to go back and delete. And this is only because sometimes when I went to put it in and I erased it and put it in, the whole cockamamie thing disappeared. So then I do this. And I think I don't like it bold. I think I just do this, or sometimes I do this. Support this if you believe the world needs fewer hot takes and more warm truths
Can
shared.
I offer you another option, Karen?
Sure.
Go up to the quotes and do a not a block quote, but a pull quote. Nope. By the quote button next to the camera on the left. It's not a button. Go to the,
Oh, here?
yeah, go there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you could do that, and then you could put the button, the regular button underneath it if you want a longer one.
Right, but that's an easier way if they want to. Just show them how to do the pull quote and
Uh-huh.
then write that, and it centers that.
But the problem with the pull quote thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, do you see this line?
Yeah,
It does this line thing,
okay.
and then it makes it longer. You could totally do that. Uh, let's say you do this.
Sometimes I back it up and take the line out. Can you back up
It's
from the
hard to get the line out, I've noticed.
back it up?
You see? Then it
See
goes up
that, but see
here.
that now center it.
Well, then you could just do the center thing, actually.
Yeah,
There's a thing called centering on here, and you could just skip the if you don't want the line in it, I'll just show you.
you
But I
just took
agree
out
with you,
you just
Linda.
took out the line.
You could, well, without the line, here's the way you do it. And I do agree with you about the pull quote, and I do sometimes use it. But this works like a pull quote if I just take this and do center. And then you don't
Okay,
have to wrestle with those lines that are
great.
underneath it.
Thank you. Super.
So you can do something like this. Um, but I felt like this keeps it closer to the button. Sometimes I
Thank
feel, I
you.
don't know.
Okay, good. Thanks.
And then it's centered. Like for this one, you have to go back in and do your own centering. If it goes very, 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 very long. And by the way, I don't know if people know how to center, like right now, if I did this and I just hit return, it would have a double space between. You see those two lines? So, which I don't want. I want it to be this close. So I hit shift and return, and then it's this close. It doesn't have that double line in there. I don't know if you guys know that trick. Did you see what I mean, I have to verbally tell you, but I put the cursor in, I hit shift and then I hit return, and then they're like this. But if I didn't do that and I only hit return, there's too much room between it. Oh, I hear myself echoing. Um, so what I do is, so I keep a folder, and I'm going to show you some of my share quotes and some of my thinking in it. Although some of them are not written well, you could see I had trouble finding a let me save this now. No, actually, if I don't save it, I don't think anything happens. I just won't save it. Or I'll keep it open in case we need to go back into it. But so what I did was I write out, these are my ones from yesterday. And if I wanted to, I could put that above using Linda's idea of the pull quote, or just even a centered quote with the button underneath it. Uh, so it's one way of doing it.
Centered quote is better. The pull quote I used before they had centering.
Yeah, the centering
Yeah.
thing is only like about a month old or
Yeah.
something.
So I don't need the pull
Um,
quote anymore. Thank
yeah,
you.
I used to use the pull quote before they had centering also. Um, so this is very long, but at least it tells you, like, I think it out this way, that this newsletter grows when you share it, and so you just tell people that and speak to their heart. And then we're building something like the community feeling. But I don't like this. I still need to fix it. Um, and my goal is to write like me in my you, your voice, and then make the ask. And make them feel like they're part of something. Here's a small, meaningful thing you can do. And then you tell them it's quick. Send this to a friend. And then also, if the article helps people, remind them that they're helping people by doing this. Um, and then this makes them feel good, like a way to make them feel good about sharing it, the psychology of it. Get forwarded S's from friends who notice, be a noticer, so it makes them feel like, oh, I'm not just, I mean, you could say you're helping me, but you could also say you're being a good person. There's a couple different ways you could be a dominatrix. So, and then and then also to have them think about someone. This was my favorite one, like why they would like it, the essay, because then it might be more natural for them to forward it. Like, and that's why people forward. Like, when you think about it, the reason why somebody does forward is like, oh my gosh, I have to send this to so and so. But get them to think about which so and so, get their brains to start to think like this. And then I was doing more asks that were like helping them. This newsletter grows, um, and then I was like, even admitting I'm begging by saying I'm not begging, share this, please. I'm not above begging, you know. If you write it with humor, as we all know, you can get away with a little bit more. Like I'm begging, I'm not above begging. Uh, and just figure out what your voice is, like that woman who says, where it says why subscribe, I'm broke bitch. She would have fun. She would definitely write this in crazy you way. So find your you find out, like, pick out something that's in it. Oh, this was one asking them to put it in a group chat. you know uh So, or ask them, share it, send it to your organization, send you, like, start to think of how many different asks. So I'll quickly go around the room and ask you all what's coming up for you, or if you want to just like strategize real quickly about share copy. And I do it with subscribe copy also. That's what I want to show you. Um, and even asking for paid people. Um, Sometimes I was looking for like the one-liners. I had popcorn for breakfast. That's true. It's a true thing. And now I have popcorn kernel. Um, so I guess that makes me you-ier. That's my you-ier breakfast, popcorn. Linda, yes.
You inspired me. I don't know if you'd like me to share
I
it.
do want you to share. Yes.
Okay. So here's the first one was this newsletter grows when you share it. We are building a heart-centered connections community where it is safe to be you and fun and liberating too. You're helping others to trust themselves more and add more peace, love, and joy to their lives. Thanks for being willing to pass these words along. So that was a longer version. And then the next one was, if this essay made you think, made you feel, touch your heart, made you smile, please consider sharing the love. And the one I like best is, please upgrade to paid so I can stop living off my retirement account.
That's adorable. I like that last one.
Sadly true, but
It's fucking adorable. I love that one. So my only thing, the first one felt a little long, but there's good
okay.
news. You could probably create three
Shorten it.
out of those, three
Yeah,
different ones. Shop around there.
they are. They're all different.
Yeah. So
Great.
that's great. Anybody else want to experiment with me live? Just try, did something come to mind? It would be like you would look, it could be thinking about your publication in general, or it would be thinking about the piece you just wrote. It could be that specific. If you just wrote a piece on heartbreak, did someone just have heartbreak, send it to them, or, but write it in your voice. And then the subscribe thing would remind them about your publication, what your publication does. If you want more pieces that help you to subscribe now. So if not, we could get to this another time, but I just want to give everybody a chance if you want to experiment now. Steve, do you want to try one out loud with me?
Well, I have a kind of a bigger question because I'm just, now
Yeah.
that I have my two publications set up, I have to kind of retrain my thinking about all this because I used to feel guilty for sitting down and taking time to
Right.
actually write something out. But now that I'm seeing, if I do AI to do a quality, kind of liner notes to a video, it's fine. And if I tweak it, it's fine. But forget about viral, it's going to ring hollow. So now I'm just kind of changing the whole calculation that, you know what, two, three times a week, give yourself a half hour prep and an hour plus
Yeah.
to write something that gives context, even if I do like a try this at home, which is basically like a liner notes of the meditation practice. Let me write either a note or a longer form post that rings true because the one or two longer form posts that I wrote, those resonated. The
Yeah.
others,
I'm gonna tell you something. I think I'm getting to the heart of what you're saying, but if I'm not, let me know. Um,
so I guess I'm asking, so I'm not at the
no,
point of asking for the subscribe. I'm trying to figure out my bigger picture.
your bigger
Then
picture.
I'll refine it once I
I think
feel
that's
good about what I write.
okay. That makes sense. That does make sense. One of the things I want to say that I've been thinking about is one of the things that helped me to take off in the last 2 months was also the thing that helped Ellen to take off, which is having one article that it really lifts it off. And for me, the one that I wrote did take like 2 to 3 weeks, but I'd rather have you write less and you write things that really pop and stand out than write a lot of stuff that feels because it's so competitive out there, so many people writing. So I'd rather you take the time and write less, but write something that will really be something that really feels like something. And then they'll want to share it. And then they'll want to keep reading it. And then they'll like something like that. So that's my overall thing.
So that makes sense. But so one of the things, like I used to, if I had a new podcast episode, I would put it on Wisdom Feed on my website, and my whether or not, because I was just trying to let people know that you can watch the video, listen to the podcast, and then I would have some clean AI, kind of like a liner notes of what's the bullet points of what's there. So I'm trying to do both, and I don't know if that makes sense, is to
Well, you
have
know
like
what?
a,
I think I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna interrupt you because I'm gonna tell you some things on your Substack right now that I've been dying to tell you.
okay, good.
And that might even help you to think in some ways.
All right.
First thing is this banner, you don't have a banner image here, so you're squishing all this into one thing. This is all your space. And if you want to fix this in Canva and you don't know the size,
No,
you don't have to know the size. You screenshot it and then you
so
bring that into Canva
right,
as
so I
that
could do it
image,
in,
and then you build over it. You layer over that.
I
So
think it's
now you know the exact
1100
size.
by 200 or something like that.
Yeah, but even if you don't know, just screenshot it and then pull that, upload that to Canva and then build it. Okay. And right now, try this at home. It's all squishy. Nobody's going to be able to read it. Okay. And I mean, this is what it's
Now,
really.
is that the header for the whole publication, or is
No,
that just
that's
that
in
post?
here. That's in here. I'll show you where it is.
Ah,
So this
boy.
is
Okay.
mine. Do you see how easy it is to read?
So what am I looking at? This is your not, this is your
This is my
personal.
stand-up philosopher one.
I see.
I don't
Okay.
say stand-up philosopher in here, and I will tell you why. Um, I want to say what I help you to do, the benefits of it. Um, and it took me a long time to just even try to figure that out because I have so many different things that I do. I could have said this stand-up philosopher here, but then I'm not grabbing them from their hearts and desires. I'm selling them the name of my thing, which even though that does tell you, oh, she's funny and philosophical, it still doesn't. Remember, I talk about this a lot, the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic. Uh, Intrinsic benefits are 100% all natural ingredients. Extrinsic is healthier for you and your family.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Intrinsic is what I tell you about me. Let me tell you, I'm an award-winning coach. If I put that here, they'd be like, okay, I might want to follow you. But if I say, I can help you become a millionaire, right? Then you're like, oh, I'm going to follow the one. I don't want to follow the award-winning coach. I want the what's in it for me lady that she's telling me a millionaire. I
Uh-huh.
want to be a millionaire. So I want to tell them they get to be an emotional millionaire, you know. So, which is a phrase I might use. Anyway, um, so the next thing I do is this is how you do it if you guys don't know. Edit profile. This is where you change your image, and then this is where you put the cover. So it doesn't affect the page with all your articles in it. You have to just go to the area where your thing is and press edit. And then you go in here and you can swap this out. You can do all kinds of things here.
So
And
is that your personal profile or is that the publication
it's
profile?
this is how I created this. This image and this come from editing the profile. So
Okay.
this is from, that's why you're seeing that. That's why you're seeing the copy, and that's why you're seeing the banner. And then I made the button match the banner. So again, look here. See my create button? Well, for me, it
Right.
says create, but for other people, I think it says subscribe there. I forgot what's there for other people. And I match it to this. Um, so right now, if we wanted to change yours, Steve, um, so what I'm going to look at yours again and tell you, I do like your idea of, I love it. Try this at home. Simple micro practices. This actually is an extrinsic benefit, even though your name first, it all works. Simple exercises for mindfulness and well-being. So what I would do is I would go in, if I wanted to do it really badly quickly, I'll go in
Well,
here and do you like a quick one right now,
I
okay?
have one in my own Canva. Can I share my screen? And
Oh, sure.
so might as well, right?
Oh,
That's
sure, definitely. Here, let me
this is
share
great
this.
because I'm making the time to do it. So that's good. So
Post host to share. Hold on, I have to get the share thing.
make sure I have all my other things
Okay.
closed.
All right, I made it so you can share.
Cool. All right. So now I'm doing this. Am I sharing or yeah?
Yeah, I gave you.
Let's share this. Okay. So
Okay.
I think
So
this,
not there yet, because you're not filling up the whole banner. You're making it, you're clinging to this little square button.
right.
So, and you don't need click here in it. And we don't know if it's the right size. It's
This,
not the
I
right
think it
size.
is the right size.
It doesn't look, I'm eyeballing it and it looks
Okay.
skinny and long. So, and you don't want the people's faces in it.
Right. So I need this. Now this, I didn't do this graphic. My designer did it, so I don't have all
Right.
the layers here, but okay.
Let me show you real quickly. I'm gonna
Sure.
go out and show you. So you,
Okay.
and
Go
then you
for it.
could show it to your designer or something. I'll show you the bad way to do it. So stop the screen share and I'll prepare the bad way to do it. I mean, it will be the right way, but it won't be done well.
Okay.
Okay, so I go into Canva and I pull up, for now, I just pull up, first I'll just pull up the screenshot of the thing. I don't have the size, but I don't need to. So I'll just go in here. Hold on a second. Where was, oh, here's the banner, the bad banner that I selected. Not bad because it's bad. I mean,
Okay.
it's not going to be, this is not what we're going to use, is what I mean. It kits custom size. I don't even know, but it's choosing it. And I know this is what this is. Now, this is on here. Oh, okay. So what I can do is remove the background. Oh, it didn't really remove it. So I have a workaround for that. I'll just make the whole background this color. I'm not going to do a good job, so don't use this, but do not try this at home. And then I'm going to double this just so I can have that twice. And then I'm going to do this. Again, this is not usable. It's really not going to be great. This is just my quick workaround. Oopsie.
And then put
Get
the
up.
logo somewhere.
Hold it. The bar is popping up. Let me move this. Okay. And I don't think this should be the design either, but I'm just showing you in theory. Oh my God, what is going on here? Okay. Oh, hold it. Anyway, I can't remove the background, so we'll just keep it there for now. And then double this, just so I'm pulling out more parts of your image. And you don't need wisdom feed there because nobody's going to see it and it's just going to look busier.
Okay.
So maybe I would do it, I work with these elements and figure out how to do it. Um, this isn't it either, but I would probably try to find more new elements, try this at home, micro practices, or something like this. I have an idea how you would do it. I have an idea. I would do this on one side, maybe, and then fuck duck. That on the other side. I'm just trying to create like something that would fill the banner. Try
So
this.
it's lengthwise, so it's widthwise.
What?
So it's, yeah, so it fills the whole banner.
Yeah.
This is so
Now,
cool, Karen. Thank you.
Oh, sure. So you'd have to figure out how to design it. Um,
that
but
looks
this is
pretty
just
good.
me using your
Right, element.
elements. But if you gave this to somebody, they could do a better job, or you might want different images now. But
No, I've got a whole suite of images that fit with it. So
yeah. And then maybe I'd want to go in here.
now, so just like yours doesn't say stand up philosopher,
Well, yours does now. You'd have tried this at home as the name.
right?
But if you wanted to, you could have uh, like a tagline feeling there. But this is probably okay because you're saying what it does.
Right. Now,
I'll give
what?
you this and you could give it to your team.
Okay. Now, so I have two publications, so I plan on doing anything related to my publishing stuff on Try This at Home.
Okay.
Um, and kind of behind the scenes with authors. But I think though, so the point is, and that's great, thank you. Send it. The thing is, I've been kind of throwing stuff up there to be able to send traffic to it from my newsletter. And I'm wondering if that's okay as long as I have a thoughtful note or a thoughtful longer post that I promote more kind of thing.
I want you to use, wait a minute, I'm trying to get back onto Substack here oh, wrong thing. I want to stop share. I want you to I want you to make sure that wherever you send them, you're proud of it. And so with this in mind, I want to take you through a couple things and then brainstorm out loud real quickly and then move on to the next person so everybody feels like they're
Good, 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 good.
um, but let me go back to you for a second. Okay. I do want to say a couple things real quickly. That's why I'm going to go back to you real quickly. I would, in keeping with the extrinsic, oh wait, is this the wrong one? Do you have
That
two of them?
is,
You have two of them. I
oh,
would
yeah, it's a Coney Steve one. Yeah, so we have,
okay, can everybody see this? You have three of them and you have to get rid of these. And you only use one because people are going to get confused and sign up for the wrong one if they just know your name. So what I would do is,
the first one is dead.
okay, then kill it. It's still alive. I put in Steve Stein and found it. And I
And
could start following you because it looks real.
the,
So just
the,
delete
the,
it. Look at it. It looks very real. I got confused for a second. I'm probably oh, Linda's one of your subscribe. Who is that? No, yeah, Linda is. She got confused. Christina's following it. You know, Stacy from the last Mastermind is following the wrong one. So You have to make sure. And then you have a different one also. You have the flip side, and
The
that might
flip
not,
side is a publication, is one of my publications,
then
and
don't
that
put
should be
your,
attached to the right profile. That's attached to the right
okay, then
profile.
maybe don't have it be Steve Stein. But we'll get to that for in a second. I want to show you something else here. Am I in the right one? Yes. Okay. Um,
Yes.
I would begin here. So that's your extrinsic benefit, taking ancient ideas down to street level. Great tagline. Okay. With the new banner. And then you have this after that. What's in it for them first, and then that. Okay.
Okay.
Then when you get here, and I've said this to you, this is also too tiny up here, but that's a different place where you put it. Okay.
Right.
The other thing is, welcome back and something useful. Doesn't, if I'm a stranger now, and let's say I share you,
But
say
that
right
that
now,
that's a good point because that's the post I sent when I imported all those thousands of
no,
emails.
get rid of it immediately. Like, don't wait. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's say I say to you, Steve, let's say I share your article and I send my fans to you. And now you got like 80,000 eyeballs on you, and what's welcome back? No, 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 no. Get them at hello. And that's confusing and doesn't even have an image and it
So
doesn't
the
say what you
welcome
want to
back,
say.
do I delete it or unpublish?
Let me see what it is. No, this is your email that you sent. Get it out of there.
So do I
It's your
I
email.
don't even know
Delete
what
it.
to
Unpublish it. You can
unpublish.
unpublish it. Get it out of there immediately. Run, don't walk. Okay.
Okay, so if you hit refresh, hopefully it's gone.
Okay. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Now, the next thing you have to do, and I did tell you this, is I love your name. Try this at home. And I love Wisdom Feed, but you don't have to put it on here. And in fact, if anything, I might even just have your publication name here. Try this at home with this font, a little banner.
Right.
Then you don't keep repeating it on each of them. What you want to do is you now have these like really fabulous people offering something unique each time. So it'd be heart-centered meditation, or Sally Kempton's heart-centered meditation, and then make her face the thing or bigger. Because look how tiny it is here. From States to Trace, Dr. Rick Hansen. But if you had his face big, that would be great. And the other idea is, quite frankly, is maybe using the subtitle there, because if that's your main title and you also have it on here, then I'm reading something
Try
twice.
this at home 100 times, right?
But no, I'm talking about your subtitle.
Right.
This is here and it's your title. So what I would do is I
Uh-huh.
would take your subtitle and I would maybe put your subtitle here. I just don't repeat the same words twice. Don't make me read heart-centered meditation and heart-centered meditation. So if you have from tension to trust, maybe from tension to trust, with Sally Kempton, staying with the good, or rewire your brain with Rick Hansen. And then your headline is different than the image copy. Don't have the same copy on the image that's your headline. Don't make people read the same thing twice.
Okay.
And then make, if you want a consistent brand look, you have so many amazing people. Just make their faces. You already have the artwork, so you don't have to be like, oh my God, I
Yeah,
have
a
to
lot
change.
of these people are recognizable faces too.
Exactly. So throw their face on, much bigger than this, and then a different wording on the left of them. So it doesn't repeat heart centered, from states to traits, from states to traits. Use different wording than you have on the image.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So, and Lynn and Linda, you sent me emails, so I have something to help you with after, but I want to make sure everybody feels pampered today. So, Kimberly, how can I help you today?
Is there a structure for this brand, creating that personal brand, where you want to not necessarily plug and play, but all the touch points where you want to make yourself youier? Is there a structure to that?
Yes. I can help you with that next time. And this actually, I'm building a whole website because, and I want to tell you about it, not just to tell you that I'm doing it, because the reason why I'm doing it, quite frankly, is I think AI is coming for us all. And the sky is falling. The sky is falling. And I feel like there's going to be this, like, I'm not even saying anything original here. Everybody's going to sound the same. There's going to be this blandification, this beige soup, world, and it's more important than ever, than any time. It's always been important in branding to be you-ier, but now more than ever, it's important to be you-ier. So I'm creating a site about it. It's not quite done yet, but I'll show it to you. And I'm going to be teaching people how to be more you-ier. So it's not up yet fully, but let me see, is this not actual size? Oh, there it is. Um, and I'm going to tell you how I do a site, by the way. Um, it has copy on here that's too long in places, and then I'm building new pages. So first I think it out, um, and then I think about what it is, but I'm going to to be, help people to be you-ier and how they live their lives, how brands and creators to be you-ier. I'm going to give you-ier keynotes on being you-ier, and I came up with conversations, like how to have you-ier conversations with people, because I think people feel like lonely and disconnected and stuff like that. So I'm going to have that at all, but I'm going to do a whole thing. But why I'm telling you this is I want you to think about what you can do, because as a writer, I want to make sure that I stay working. And so I want to look at the problem of AI with my skill sets, which are like branding and behavioral change and all of that. So to look at AI and think, and then the general one you could do is keynotes, because they need a body up there, or, or something where you can show up. But more than ever, you need to develop your voice. So on your thing, and I created something for you when we first met, and I'm going to pull it up. And I might have even done a little Kimberly you stuff for you. Um, which will be up here now, and I'll share it. And to everybody else, I don't know, I forgot if I shared this stuff last time, but this is what makes you, your pattern spotting, superpower. I mean, look at how creative. This shows how you are. This is proof that you are you, a patented strapless bra support system, which is fantastic. Going from living in your car to building six-figure business, not by grinding harder. Hey, beautiful, the mirror method. Uh, this is how you are helping people in your way. So there was some stuff in here that I did for you that, and your language, making sure your language, to know your voice and to figure out what your voice is. Um, so, and then naming it in your way. And so some of these things are your writing that you can just steal, copy and steal. So, and then I could also work with you. If you write to me ahead of time, I could really sit down and look at it. Or you could hire me for a longer thing. You could hire me for one-on-one. I give discount one-on-ones for everybody in the mastermind. Normally, I'm 500 an hour for longer things. Like a whole session on developing your voice. We could do that together for $300. So, and you'll leave with a whole like swag bag of like your copy, your ideas, your names for things, your products. Like it'd be fun to brainstorm with you. I mean, whatever I can do in the mastermind, I will happily do. But if it's like a longer deep dive, that's what the one-on-ones are for. Does that help you in some way?
Absolutely. And I'll be doing that for sure.
Okay. And I want you all to think if AI is coming, how do you protect? And that's why more than ever we need to be UER, but also to think about how you solve some of the problems that AI is creating with what you do. How does AI mess with your target audience's pain points? And why are you better than AI? Would be some questions that I'd have you just even do your own, thinking about what makes you a Uer. Yeah, Linda.
I'd like to offer you to add how to make your AI uier because
That
you
is
can do
true.
that.
I know, I know. I will help people with that, but I feel like that's helping the enemy. But
I got it.
you know what? When I would be done with working with a client, they would have something to feed into their AI.
Exactly.
So
You have to be uier to feed it into your
you do.
AI.
We
Yeah,
have to first drill down to understand what makes you you are,
right.
which is a fun thing because it's all about self-inquiry and self-knowledge and self-worth and self-love, like and self-awareness, all of those self things that I love.
Well, I just uiered my chat to come up with subscribe and paid things, and they came up with a lot of uier things that I wouldn't have taken the time to do. So only because I fed it some stuff.
Well,
And
that's
it
what I'm
also
doing.
has my history.
Yeah, I'm afraid to like actually say use this with AI because my whole angle is like AI can't do this, so but I would say when I'm done, you could give this to AI. But
Got it.
make sure that you don't just take the first AI, rendition that they give you because you know you still better than AI knows you. So to still guard your you, your parts, because that's what I think AI does. It kind of sandpapers off what makes you you. So to be careful when you're using AI because you might go, well, I fed it in, that's me, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's very generic.
And I think you can ask the person who's using uier to refer back to you every time she uses it, just in
No,
case.
she didn't succeed. So hers is long gone and dead.
Okay,
So
fine.
I have no fear of her. So,
Okay.
but I don't care. But thank you for that. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I love how loyal you are, Linda. You are like, I love you.
Back
Uh,
at
So, okay. So next, I'm going to stop the share. So Sandy, I did some work for you ahead of time. Linda, Carolyn, who's not here, I did some work for. Is Carolyn here? I don't think so. Laura, did you, and I'm going to go through even what Carolyn sent, even though she's not here, because I know it's going to help you. And Faith is here. I could help Faith a little. We could talk. But Laura, because everybody's going to get their Google Drive doc, so I don't have to speak about it now necessarily because you have it in your Google Drive doc. So I want
Mhm.
to help the people that are here a little bit first. Laura, you didn't send me
I didn't
anything
send you
today.
anything. No, I was on the road most of
That's okay.
the last week and then it's just been a tough couple weeks. But I think there's, it's kind of some things I do want to, and I have, I'm going to be doing some more one-on-ones with you. So it might just figure out what's the best thing to attack first, because I definitely want to work on my UAR language. And if I think about what does AI help me with, sometimes if, it just helps me with the sloppy copy, but then I feel like, hold on, sorry about that. But then I feel like it doesn't really sound like me, and then
Mm,
I refine it, and then when it helps me is I typically know what I want to say, but I struggle communicating it without rambling. So I can go piece by piece and say, I really want to say something like this. Can you give me some ideas? And then it usually sparks, oh yeah, I can say it a little more like this, and then I'll tweak it, and that will help me learn to be a better writer, I feel
yeah.
like. But I worry because you are training it, and then I start seeing, and I feel like all the different um, things that we do online are sharing information about you. And I just feel like I start seeing more of what I'm
Oh my
talking
God.
about. And so
Yes.
I don't trust it either. Yeah.
I don't trust it either for that. And it does try to, if I've told you some stories about it where I showed it one of my articles and it was like, it's too many different disparate things, or take out
Yep.
this Sylvester Stallone story, you have to, but that's where if you know what makes you you are. And I remember, I think Rhonda last time said that she has the never do this list that you feed it. So it keeps certain things away. So you could find words that you see every place and say, do not use.
Hmm.
Like I think I see like showing receipts, showing up with receipts. Like there's certain things that I see, I'm like, oh God, that's so AI, you know? And just like maybe even start a folder when you start to notice it when you're reading, like this is so AI sounding, you
Hmm.
know,
That's a good idea.
feed it in. But I will help you to develop your voice. And I mean, that's probably, I mean, I can do a little bit here, but that's
No,
really
that
like
definitely a one-on-one, and I
a
want to
one-on-one deep dive.
get my Substack set up properly. That's another thing. And then I've been just like kind of come up with
You know what it would be like, Laura? The newlywed game where you know the answer. Like, you know, favorite thing that she would eat for when she's angry at her children and wants to stress eat but still not gain weight. Like, you know, and then like, oh, it's like, duh, popcorn, you know?
Right, right.
So stuff
That's
like that.
funny. Okay.
Um, Okay, who wants to go next? But with a specific thing. Sandy? Oh, I answered you. You sent me email. I did
You
your
answered
work.
me, right? So
I
I'm good
did.
to go. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
but
just
I can
wanted to figure
some
out
of it
what
I
was
can do live because everybody's going to benefit from it.
okay, no problem.
So I will go to one of the people, and Faith, I think, is here. And Faith had a one-on-one with me, which was a lot of fun. Faith, do you want to pop on and tell them about it and tell them and get even some feedback from them and everything?
Well, I'm just beginning to do social media, so I'm starting a new website and everything. And so I was trying to come up with an idea to get followers. So I wrote out this little thing asking people to follow. And Karen came up with a brilliant idea as to making it in because it was very long to making it into a party invitation. So it's animated and then it catches your attention.
With
So,
Evite, because she's
right.
going to send it to her list. And oh my God, my memory's going. I forgot. Do you not have ConvertKit or MailChimp? Like what made me want to go to Evite? Did you tell me you didn't have it? You just had
No,
list.
I'm changing websites because my last web designer
Oh yeah, that story.
had an issue.
Yeah,
So she disabled my website. And so now I'm
crazy.
working with somebody new. So it's taking a little bit of time to get started again. But
But this is a
so when
way
I
that you don't
start,
use ConvertKit or MailChimp. You just put it into Evite. And Evite, by the way, shows you if somebody opens and you can put links in it. But your original idea was yours, the one that you came to me with, which I thought was like brilliant. That it was a fundraiser, but you didn't want money. You were raising
yeah,
one,
instead of GoFundMe, I called it Go Follow Me.
go follow me. So she
No
wants
money, no mate,
follows.
no crypto.
Yeah.
Just follow me and share.
Yeah, which I thought was adorable. So we
Mhm.
came up with these like Evites. We looked at what was out there. Like they had one for engagement. I mean, you know, and it could be so Faith is going to do one about like getting more engagement. Like, you know, anyway, the Evites are the graphics on these are adorable, and you could just download your list into it, and they get an Evite, which by the way, this I don't even think I thought this, but I'm thinking it now. Those Evites might have better spam filters than some of the, unfortunately, like ConvertKits and MailChimps out there that are stuck in promotional folders. But I know if you invoice somebody from PayPal, it goes right in there. And I bet the Evites are less likely to show up in a spam or promo filter. So you do it that way. But they get it and it opens and it's animated and it's creative. And I mean, we came up with so many like funny
Like
things.
birthday, turning 1,000.
Yeah,
Faith
turning a
is turning
thousand
1,000.
because
I'm
she wants
trying
a
to get a
thousand
thousand
followers.
followers.
Like all these funny like word plays and energy things that she's going to be doing. You'll show it when you're done. We'll come in here and we'll show everybody.
Okay.
Do you know which Evite group you used? I'm Googling now. Did you have one that you liked?
I just went right to evite.com, I think it was.
Okay, thanks.
So cute, so fun. And then you can search in there just for the animated ones because Faith and I were like laughing and loving the animated ones best. And there's a way to search, so Evite just pulls up the animated ones. And it's just like so much better than an email that says, help me get to 1,000. Although she wrote the email very adorably. It was very well written. But like if it shows up and it's animated, like it's adorable, you know? So, okay. So next I can dig in. I will go to uh Sandy and Linda and who else did I help? Let me I'll just open it up my back end and see who I helped today. So I have Linda, Carolyn, Lynn, and Sandy. Okay. Oh, I hear noise in the background if somebody wants to check their mute their thing. Okay. So I'll do Sandy. And so Sandy sent me some questions. Oh, I think I said this to you last time. If you wanted to, like the speedy cliff notes on being you here, although it doesn't have the instructions on what your voice is, you could at least copy the whole Google Drive doc and,
Okay.
and give that to AI. So AI has that.
Ew. I'm not an AI freak either. It's just
Okay.
that it's hard because I talk about the hard stuff. And when it comes to talking about grief, it goes into saying the stages of griefs to me. I think I just need to just say, like, look, this is not what it is. I'm just looking. But, I will do what you showed me the last time when we had our one-on-one. So,
Okay. So so you were asking about a couple of things, and I want to go through it with you.
okay.
So the first one, well, actually, I think I'll go here first,
Okay.
and then I'll also talk about your other thing.
Okay.
So this is your present landing page,
Yes.
and I have a lot to say,
Okay.
and it's all delivered with tough love because I want to see you really succeed. But and I want you to know I almost get like slightly more optimistic if I see things wrong with it because if it's not converting, I
Right.
see I see reasons why. And if it
Okay.
was like
Which is
everything was
good.
like perfect and it's not converting, then I'm like, hmm. So,
Okay.
and I have it all written down.
I'm up for the tough love already. You know that.
I know you, I know. Um, so the first thing is this is not a typical landing page and it needs more room for things. But what I see here is a wall of words.
Okay.
Also with something like grief and helping people, I want to see your photo. They're gonna be pouring their hearts out to you.
Okay.
I want to see who you are. And
Mhm.
this is in the document also, but I'm saying it out loud to you.
Oh, well, okay.
Um, And then the other thing is this side, when I read it, says when we lack a support system, and it's like navigating a storm. So I love the idea of like a support system. So, and by the way, whenever you say your site name, you don't need the www. I would take
Oh,
that out because then you just want your site name to pop more. And when you take, and it is a little more normal not to have the www there.
okay. Okay.
You also get to your name faster. So
Mhm.
I would take the word support because that has more clarity to me than even reclaim, although I love the word reclaim. So I
Oh,
do the Phoenix Support and Reclaim Hour. I would use both
oh,
there.
that's a nice one.
So then they were support, and it almost sounds like a duo. Support first and then reclaim. Like support
Okay.
gets you to reclaim.
Gotcha.
Um, and then I'm going to go to the document to tell you everything else. Okay. I have everything down to this copy on your button. So
Okay.
much. Okay. So let me go into your doc. So, okay. And I'll go up to the other thing first.
Okay. No problem.
No human, we need the human, the support thing. The copy leads with your methodology instead of her pain. Remember, this is the extrinsic versus that you have to get them to think, oh, this person really does understand me. So your
Hmm.
first sentence is, I help. So that's what you do. So,
Hmm.
and what we want to do is they have to see that you understand their ache. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to lead with that.
Okay.
So and then and I'll go in, I have some copy for you too.
Okay.
Kill the 40 to 60-year-old age range
Yes.
because if somebody's 39 or 62, just like, and it's okay, you're going to find your people, they'll find you. I don't see
Okay.
anywhere 40 to 60, and I'm glad because I have people 35 to 79. Linda's going to turn 79 this month. Uh, so your credibility, they're about to spend 197. Say you're a master certified life coach, published 12 times, whatever you can put in 100 podcast episodes. Let's let them know who you are on there.
Okay.
Okay, that
Okay.
has to be on there. And that also your personal story that you lost your parents and siblings in 14 months, that you're not just teaching grief. You've done that. No social proof, testimonials if you can, even short ones. I wrote
Okay.
placeholders for you, even three, even one or
Hmm.
more. Like, and then people just assume if it's one that it's a short sales page. So you just put one in as an example on a short
Okay.
sales page at least.
Okay.
Um, no specificity about what happens in the hour. Okay. So,
Okay.
and 197 is a, chunk of change. So we want to be a little bit more specific there.
Okay.
And then risk reversal. Sometimes I do this. Sometimes I have like a 30-day guarantee, but it also just shows confidence. And most people aren't going to ask for money back. It's a little bit riskier. If this app
Mm.
doesn't, that you'll refund them. You might not want to do that, but it's just throwing it out there for you to consider.
Okay.
Um, I want you to create scarcity that you only do X amount a month, maybe. That
Okay.
sometimes really helps. Uh,
Okay.
and then the CTA button, I want you to say, yes, I want this hour or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what happens next? Total blank box. Does she get a calendar link? Where does it take them afterwards? Okay.
First it would be the payment, and then they have a link to the counter link because I tell them once you pay, here is the link for you to click on the schedule.
Okay, well, we'll tell them that. We'll tell them that. So
Yeah.
this is some copy, like one headline, you've been carrying this alone because everyone assumed you'd had handled it. One honest hour for the high achieving woman whose grief doesn't fit into her calendar, or you're running everything, you're grieving privately, you're exhausted in a way no one around you can see. 1 hour with somebody who actually understands, the woman who keeps the whole operation running while quietly falling apart. Like, so they feel understood up top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then copy, you're the strong one. So, oh, she really understands me. And this is suggested copy. Go in, make it you. You and I have sort of similar voices, so I feel like I can write it. But and then again about the support system, you don't actually have a support system for this. And
Mm-hmm.
then you explain why me. And then you say why,
Mm-hmm.
like this, what this hour actually is, and you can shorten this if you want to keep on that page, but your landing page was very small to sell 197 thing. Um, it's for a woman who's been reading my work and thinking, I need to talk to her, or something like this. This is for you if. What happens after you book? So they know
Mm-hmm.
they give you $200, what to expect. So it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, the page really has to look like, in some ways it has to look like a sales page so they feel like it's like real, that they're not putting so the more you put on there, the more
Right.
safe they feel to give you
Okay.
a credit card number in today's world, sadly.
Of course.
um, and then I wrote something like this, but you don't have to do that.
Mm.
And then 4 spots per month. When they're gone until next month, just to create a little scarcity.
That
um,
makes sense. Like
yeah.
urgency type, right? Right?
Yes, 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 yes. And then you asked me one other question up here. And the reason why I didn't start with this, because it was a little bit perhaps controversial. It was about your title. Because you asked me, I thought about it. I don't know if I've ever said this to you before, but you asked me about your title and if
Mm-hmm.
you shorten it. And I was thinking to get rid of Lost in the Woods and just stay with Where Phoenixes Go to Rise.
Oh wow. Because on our last master class, you'd like the Lost in Woods first because
I
it was
know.
part of, and then you showed me, okay, here's your tagline for this one. So
I changed my mind. You know why?
I know,
I'm
because
going
it's
to
been
tell
three
you why. I'm
months.
going to tell you exactly why. Um, I felt like you were really invested in Lost in the Woods. So I felt like, oh, I can't touch that. Like, it's like me telling you, maybe your name should be Sandra Linda, instead of Sandy. Like that's your name. And then I
It
thought,
is.
And then I thought, I know Sandy by now. I'm just going to tell her. The other one is stronger. So, but for a while, like it's hard to tell somebody to change the name, and so I just got ballsy. And also because you gave me permission by asking me very much up here about shortening it. So
That's all.
I got ballsy with you about it. And
I
I've been
guess because we've known each other for a minute from just meeting you live, so
exactly.
I saw you
Yeah.
naturally. So
Because I thought, who am I to tell her to rename it? Especially if you didn't really ask me, should I rename this?
no,
So, anyway, there you go. So that's
thank
the
you.
wording.
Thank you so much. This helps a lot. I just wanted because I wanted to see your example of your sales page. How does it look like? Can you give me one so I can look to make sure that, I want to make sure that I have clear
Yeah,
clarity on it.
I have, well, what I usually do, by the way, also is I have them sign up for a lot of times for a free 15-minute call.
Okay. The
And that
discovery call.
helps. Yeah,
Yeah.
on notsalmon.com, I have like things like that where
Right.
I have like you know, here I have
Oh,
like
okay.
you go down to the bottom,
Oh, okay. I see.
book a free call.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I do. And then I tell them, and then I have this embedded in it.
Oh, are you using Squarespace or WordPress?
Oh, this one was WordPress. This
Okay.
was WordPress.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but you can embed it on Squarespace too. Oh, and I also have to see how I just went to leave the page and it
hmm
knew it has a
hmm
pop-up.
Gotcha.
But I think you could do that on Squarespace too. I have it on the contact here. I have both a write to me and a talk to me here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And that was
I
that's
still have
Squarespace.
WordPress. I still use WordPress, but I wasn't sure how to use Squarespace because you've been talking about it lately. So I wasn't sure if I should change to Squarespace now.
Yeah. I love Squarespace. I really do. It's so easy. It's so
Mhm.
easy. But this one I didn't know how to do, and I have a tech guy on on Squarespace that put this in. Like there's certain
Okay.
things that are beyond my pay grade, and I just hired him. So if you need somebody, like if you do go with the Squarespace, I could introduce you to him and he could do this
Okay.
exact. And this is one of those things, by the way, I'm like, steal it. I don't care. Steal this exact thing. Write to me, talk to
Mhm.
me. I don't care.
I like that though. I'm gonna ask my tech if she could put it on WordPress. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure. Sure.
That helped a lot. That really, I needed to understand more clearly because I think I never asked you for the sales page. So I was looking to find out why is it not converting so much. So I was being
Yeah.
honest about it.
There were
So,
like a lot of things on
and
it.
it's a
But that's
lot.
the
And I think
news.
that's why I needed this class. So thank you.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So next up, um, I know Carolyn's not here. I did write out a lot of this stuff, so I think she'll be fine. So I'm going to go to the people that are here. But Carolyn, if you're listening, it's really all here. There's like so much here for Carolyn. I'll just show you guys. She showed me her page. She's doing a quiz. Do I have her link here? Oh, I do have her. Was this her link? Oh no, here it was. And I had a bunch of things with the quiz, and one of them, and I want everybody to know this, and I have lots of notes for her, is some of the fonts are really hard to read, and her site and everything she's doing is beautiful, but it's not functioning at its best because it's going for beauty over clarity. Because I can't even see, takes about 2 minutes. And this on mobile, I have a feeling is even more hard to read. And then her beautiful, beautiful website. And I have notes down here for her. So if you're listening, Carolyn, there's everything's down below. Um, this is beautiful, actually. But the above the fold area, if it's best if you could just like, and this is a very big photo, so it'd probably be better if you just made it a little bit skinnier. And this, I can't see this here. And it's all very beautiful. But even this on mobile, when you're scrolling down, it takes a long time for each image. So, and it's hard to read. I would make the images smaller. Even takes hard on a desktop. So these are very gorgeous, but there's probably a way to make it gorgeous and smaller so I can scan it easier. And this is very hard to read. So, and there's a lot of stuff that I gave her that I thought the page was actually very beautiful. There's a lot here to love. But, I go in and I just find other things. And then she had a after people did the quiz, something, and when they get here, they don't know you have to let them know, hey, you just took the quiz. I mean, it's down here, but even if it takes them there, they have to know why they're there and then tell them, and then tell them how you can help them more. It's like more upfront. Here's blah, 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 and I wrote some copy for her, but it's not clear right now what this page is going to do for you after the quiz. So just a little it's gorgeous. Everything Carolyn's doing is beautiful, and her writing is really beautiful too. So it was just making it more clear. And then Carolyn, and you'll see I did say to charge $9 for this next upsell. So because this is a free quiz, so get the customer journey going. And $9, she asked me, and I was like, $9 is like a no-brainer price for people. And then once you go and you never will get anybody warmer than right after you gave them a great quiz with great helpful information in it. And then a $9 ask is easy, and then you're slowly luring them into your higher priced items. So I did say yes to your $9 thing. Okay. Uh, next person was I'm gonna do Lynn, and then Linda will save you. Uh, Lynn, you came to me with some things, and I actually got a little daring with you too. I don't know maybe because I'm working with you here, now starting to think I need to I don't know what it is, but I got a little bit daring with you too. Um, so
I've revised it since then, but yeah.
okay. So your about page, I had some thoughts about, and I wasn't sure I was really liking the word certainty that much. The whole idea of certainty. I felt it was a little bit unclear, but I'm gonna take you through my thought process, and I'm leaving it up to you. But I
Mhm.
think you have um three ways that you can say that you help people besides ex-Mormons, religious, all of that. Anyone estranged, and we've talked about this, so some of this isn't new exactly, but to expand your umbrella a little bit. And it reminded me a little bit of my death book, because my book, Here to Die for Life, is about death. And when I first showed up on Substack, I was going to just post everything about mortality and death and upsell my book. But I realized that I was getting a little bored, and I was realizing that, yes, some niches really do work, but I even enjoyed talking about other things. It was really about meaningful life and meaningful living and core values, so many different things that I wanted to expand my umbrella. And in this case, I feel like it's similar to you because yes, 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 if you attract the niche group, and we talked about how many people are in the Mormon group, and how many people that could relate to this, but you don't have to lose them. I'm not losing my mortality awareness people, but you're just making it bigger. So some of the ways that you can do this is, and we talked about this, anyone estranged from family, anyone who left a tribe that defined them, church, hometown, political identity, career, marriage, everything like that. Outer circle, people navigating political ideological divides with their family, stuff like that. And 1 second, Alexa, stop. And then I was playing around with the ideas beyond like words and things that you can talk about. And these are some languages, and these could contribute to essay ideas also. The idea of belonging, the idea of a tribe, the idea of leaving something, the idea of the space between where you're not quite there yet, which your about page was sort of about. Staying connected across unbridgeable divides. I didn't like my wording on this, so I played around with it more down below. Outgrowing, which is also what your about page was sort of about too, which I think is great. Like these are all things you can talk about. The cost of honesty. Like these are your wheelhouse. This is your you stuff, actually. The inheritance you didn't ask for, that you get from your family. Um, And then I thought number five, but then I didn't like my wording. So it's about connecting across the divide or family across the, or staying connected when you disagree about everything. Like that could be like an essay for you. Like
Mhm.
so it's not just Mormon, it's the
Larger picture of people who are estranged for political or other reasons. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
and then you expand your umbrella more. But you could still be like, and I know because I was in the Morbin blah 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 blah, and so I know about this, and it applies easily to all kinds of things like that. So, and then I came up super duper strong Substack bio ideas. Oh, and then I was looking at your bio, and I wanted to improve it too. So with your thing that you had for your about page, I wrote it this way. Um, I write about what happens when the story you were raised inside stops being true and how to rebuild a life, a family, and a self that can hold revision. Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay. But then I went a little bit crazier. And you could look at the words here. Um, this was more first descended to public ranks. Okay. I went, uh, I write about staying related to people you fundamentally disagree with, relationship over being right, choosing relationship over being right. I should probably say choosing. Um, and then I got 180 years ago, my family founded the Mormon church. Then they covered up a murder. I mean, wow, like that brings me in. Like when you told me that, I'm the first descendant to tell it. Memoir Weaver Smith's coming. I write about how to stay connected across unbridgeable divides because I did. So these get like a little bit more uh,
Edgy.
edgy. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Born into Mormon royalty, left at 19. You're telling like a little memoir story in a couple lines. Lost the church, the state, most of the family, still at the table with the ones I kept, writing about how that's possible for faith, politics, and your weird uncle. Memoir We Were the Smiths. And then there's more like this. And then I came up with this thought too, getting along when you don't get along, popped into my brain. And then for Life Under Revision, which was the page that you showed me, I liked, because that was your name, Life Under Revision. So essays for people who. So this is your tagline. So I brainstormed some of them. Outgrew the religion, the marriage. See, we start with things like that. And then we say, so somebody's, not me. Oh, that's me. Not me, not me, not me. Oh, that's me. So somebody can find something to follow you for.
Uh-huh.
So here's a whole bunch of them. And then your Substack about page copy. Oh, I said, let's do it on the call. Because I wasn't really sure. I thought a lot of this was fantastic, actually. I really did. It was just the opening about certainty. Where was it? What waits on the other side of our certainty? I ironically wasn't certain what you meant by certainty.
I can see that. It's now that you address it, I can see how that's too vague, too abstract.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, and so I, and you, this page relied on the word certainty. So I needed to make sure that you're okay with revisiting that word. It wasn't a word that
Uh-huh.
I felt drawn to for you.
Right.
But everything else I thought was really great. And I do love the idea of life under revision. You're figuring out, you can help people figure it out too. This is all Lynn's copy. And this part I thought was fantastic. Um, I loved all of this actually. I thought it was really good. And that you have things in here like I have an adorable multiple. But I also thought you might want, no, no, no. I think it is fine. You have this down below. Yeah. I think that I thought a lot of this was fantastic actually. So what's coming to mind when I tell you this?
Um, no, I really like you pointing out something that now when I look at it, it seems blatantly obvious that certainty isn't obvious.
I didn't even know what it meant when I first read it.
Right. And that is not the reaction I want. I also didn't put the subtitle that my agent wants me to use with my book yet because I don't know, it just seems so campy to me, but um it is Weaver Smith's colon a Mormon princess betrays the kingdom.
Ooh, I
Yeah, it's
love
very catchy.
Mormon Princess is brilliant. I absolutely applaud that. That's
And it tells a
fantastic.
story in a sentence.
I think that's fantastic language.
Okay, I
Like
wanted your
fantastic.
opinion on that.
Really strong. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It
Not too
pops.
creepy.
It tells me that you come from royalty very
Well,
quick.
it connects the Smiths to being that Smith.
Yes.
It says Mormon in it, and I'm related to the founder, and so it tells that story. It also says I betrayed the church and my family, at least in their minds, when I left, and then start talking about all their secrets.
I think it's fantastic. It's
Okay,
great.
great.
Yeah. Good going, Lynn. Well done. And again, this page had a lot of really fantastic things on it. It was just that I wanted you to find a replacement thing for
For
certainty.
certainty. Well, I love all your suggestions for the essays. And this is in the Google Docs.
Yeah, this is in your Lynn Smith Gregory Mastermind Google Doc.
Great. And remind me how to get to that again.
You know
It,
what I'll do is, if everybody's okay with it, I'm going to put everybody's Google Drive doc, like I did in the prior mastermind, inside of the area on the Google Calendar. And if somebody wants to look at somebody else's and remind yourself, or even if I said something about, um, you know, Carolyn's page that you might want to look at, or Sandy's page, you can look and refer
yeah,
to that too.
great.
Okay. And Linda.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay. Hold on a second.
was going to say I have a lot more that feels more relevant at the moment. Um, oh, you have a lot of it in there. Thank you.
Yeah, let
Yes,
me.
because I'm thinking of going live, and I got up this morning off the existential abyss that I've been on, and
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of calling my live heart-centered connections. It's something, some version of welcome. It's safe to be you. So I didn't know how that resonated. And I'm going to be 79. So I was thinking of having a special promotion, the 79 for 79. Don't know if upping the price to lower the price, etc. So anything you have for me, I'm very grateful for.
Okay, great. Um, so I responded, and oh, I want to say this next time, and I say this with love. There was so much here to look at. This is like,
Sorry.
no, I know. And you are such a generous person. Whenever I'm doing a Substack Live, Linda's there. Karen's great. Hire Karen. I mean, you're such a lovely person and I love you and I want to help you. But this felt like a one-on-one
Yeah,
session.
we will do this on one-on-one. That's why I'm saying, what can we take from this that can
Okay.
put me in the direction of,
Yes. And I did do some stuff for you. Let me
okay, great.
find it. But I mean, this was like a lot.
I
So
know. I dump it and then I hope you
I
can wade through
know.
it. And I know we're going to, in fact, I already wrote in the chat, as soon as I can schedule a live with you, I'm ready to do that. I mean, a private with you.
Okay.
So
Great.
even later today, if you're free. So,
Okay.
ASAP.
Okay.
Okay.
So I thought, and this is good for everybody to hear too. I thought a lot of your titles were a little long.
Okay.
And in today's world, it's really a no-go, you know. Um, so, and also would a stranger click on it if they don't already know and love you? Because some of it is like you kind of have to know something before you get there. So I liked these. I like this one. Um, this is the best one in the whole document, how to talk to anyone about anything at any time. I thought that one was fantastic. Really strong headline. Should you stay or should you go? Real conversations for real relationships, from conflict to connection. Publication name, heart-centered connections with Linda. I think you should stay with that. Live show name, how to talk to anyone. I don't know. What do you think about that as a response?
I don't know. We don't like, it's safe to be you? That was just something that came up this morning.
I'm going to tell you why. I don't know what it means exactly.
Okay.
Other people
I've got a post
nod
that
their
I've
head,
got
yeah.
that I put up this morning about going from head centered to heart centered and
Oh,
coming out to be seen and starting at any time with anything. It's never too late, all that kind of stuff. So it
I
kind of
like that. I
shifted.
liked head-centered to heart-centered.
Okay.
That's very strong.
Actually, there's a link I can put in for the one I wrote this morning that kind of updates you with where I am at this very moment, but um,
Okay.
I'll just put it
Um,
in.
and then I have, because I do have a lot of stuff here. I did because I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
And your first live announcement post that you sent me is too long. And
Okay.
it's beautiful writing, but short is better. And actually, even with Carolyn, hers was beautiful. I mean, but it's good. We live in a world now in which beauty is not enough. We need more depth. We need more something. So I did do a little rewritey thing for you. And so
Great.
here's this, so you
Thank
can
you.
see it. It's much shorter. And for people that want to know what I did, under 250 words, two asks. Okay. Every line earns a plate. The pain is named fast. And the 79 birthday offer has its own section right now. And CTAs are formatted as buttons, not hidden in a paragraph. So everybody can learn from this as well. Recycling older posts, I kind of went through and thought like some of these are great. And you're worrying about being relevant. You are relevant. We just want to, I think the hardest thing that we need to do is just make your copy shorter. I think you have so much that's very relevant. I just want to edit you. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Next, the pricing for this on your Substack. Um, you want to create a real disparity between the monthly and the annual because you want to grab them by the annual. So I was thinking, and you could even make this even bigger, but also if you're unrealistic, then people like think like, why is she like if you made this like $90 a month or 79 a year, if they're like, okay, lady, I see what you're doing here.
Yes.
Like a reasonable, that would be a monthly, and maybe someone would pay it because maybe somebody doesn't have 79, who knows. But I thought since you have your 79-year thing, you could do this for the whole year. And then next year you can make it 80 and next year 81. When you're 100, it will be 100. So you just keep that
So
going.
no need to raise it to get 50% off. Just call it 79.
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. Then it's one less thing to have to write and promote and
Right.
everything like that.
Okay.
Um, and then you get to write about, I'm 79, this might all year it's going to be 79, so I do like scarcity, but since you have a story, I think it's a good one to keep going. And since because you're already, as I feel it, overwhelmed with so much that you're doing, if you had a sale, then a
Yeah.
couple of things happen with you have to write the sale copy. Then when you remove it, you have to remember where you posted it to remove it.
Thank you. 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I think that was everybody who emailed me in advance. I
Could
think.
you, if you get a chance, could you just take a peek at what I posted in there for your immediate thought?
Where you posted where?
It's in the chat.
Oh, in the chat.
There's a link to a doc.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble getting to the doc because I pulled up everybody's participant names. Okay, hold on. There it is. Chat, fudgy fudge. Where is it? Chat, everyone. There it is. Oh, Steve Stein said he had another question. I wasn't checking this. Lori. Oh, Lori was having internet problems. I should have looked here earlier. Linda wants a private session. Then Linda said, here's a link. Okay. Wait, it says the link isn't working.
It's not.
Linda, is it on draft?
It's in draft. Yeah.
It's not going to
Could I
publicize.
share my screen for briefly?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So this was a Gemini photo this morning, but this was the poem that I wrote this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Um,
It's adorable. I mean, this, I guess it shows your personality. Um, I wonder if, what, can I see that it's about, I love your title, but is the poem about really about being head centered to heart centered?
um, I think so. So read along if you'd help. I'd love to share the ride and learn about your life too with my heart by your side.
Okay, so I'm just going to be really honest since I started with Sandy and she
Yes,
didn't shoot darts at me.
yes.
I have to really be honest with you. Um, I love the idea of head centered to heart centered so much that I thought I was going to read what it means to go from head centered to heart centered. So if you put a different headline on this, you could do it, but I'm
Okay.
expecting something different when I read it.
Well, my love notes from Yogi Baba about being a spiritual person and being a grandmother, and then what I say versus what I do, which is, try to be spiritual, but I'm basically a nutcase. Um, I guess I'm trying to figure out which direction I'm going because I'm so bored with the one I've had type thing.
Um, okay, so if I were thinking about this, I would think, did you write this because you were slightly bored and you want to stretch yourself?
No, I just wrote this because it came to me at 6 o'clock in the morning. So whatever comes, I just take dictation.
Um, I think it's called I think the article is called What Makes Me Tick? Why do I write? What am I trying to say?
Okay.
I think that's the name of it. I'd still read that.
Okay.
And then, I think that's what it's about. Or let me shop around in the poem again. Let me see if I'm
Okay.
wrong. Um, um, it really is about why you write. Okay.
Okay.
So it would be like, I, maybe it would be pulling something in there. It could also be about, I don't like something, I want the title to be more like why somebody else would read it too. So if it's why I write, like, I'm not, something better than fame, why, or
Yeah.
something like why I write, I found something better than fame, or who cares about fame? Like something that like gets me, like that starts a fight with me, even though you're not fighting with me, or fame scares me. This is why I don't know about fame.
Why do I write is basically because I can't not.
Okay, then that could
It,
be it because
why I write, it keeps me sane is really, or my
okay,
version of
then
sane.
I would start with that because people will relate to that. So I might, if I didn't know you, click
Mhm.
on that and go, oh God, no kidding. That's what keeps me sane. So why I write, it keeps me sane, you know, and then they read it. And then you have like, and then say I was feeling this and this. I wasn't feeling, I was feeling overwhelmed. So I wrote this poem. This poem helped me to keep sane. I wrote a poem about how writing keeps me sane because writing the poem helped me to keep me sane. But I make sure it has one through line in it and it
Okay.
doesn't wander too far from there. Um, so
Okay.
I would have the reason for the poem to be there. And then it is that you wrote that because you were up late and writing that helped to keep you sane, So I would just tell that and then save hand centered to heart centered for another post where you explain what that is, because I think that's really strong wording.
Should I make that my live from head centered to heart centered?
That could be great for a live topic. Yeah. You can
Okay.
really talk about it and how to get
Great.
there.
Please send me your schedule as soon as possible
Okay.
for an opening.
Oh,
Thank you.
the link for signing up. I'll send
Yes.
everybody the discount link. And if you want me to help you
Thank you.
to drill down and do a 1 hour session on being Youier,
In
you'll,
fact, if you put it in the chat, I'll find it now.
oh, okay.
Thank you. And thank you. This is fabulous.
I'll find
Sure.
it for you, Karen. I got it. I got it. I
Oh,
got you, Karen. I'll
you
put it
got
on.
it.
Yep.
Thank you,
I'm gonna
Sandy.
put it in the because I have it already. So
Okay.
that
Thank
way
you.
you can
And
go to the next. You're
thank you
welcome.
for all you put in the document too, hon. I'll go back and study
Okay.
all that. Thank you.
Sure. Sure. Oh, could you stop the
Yes.
share?
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
Couldn't
Thank
see anything.
Okay, great. Um, so now, because a couple people weren't here today, we have a little bit of extra time, and I can circle back and answer any other questions. I could tell you more about some of the things that I'm doing, or we can end early, whatever you want. Oh, you don't see the link in the chat, Sandy. Oh. And I can email the link. Oh, and Steve's back. So I can tell you more thoughts on what I'm doing lately and just kind
Can,
of
can
riff on
I
that.
ask a quick
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
So I'm actually meeting in a few minutes with one of my most
With him?
popular authors who's just getting started on Substack. So I'm like 10 steps ahead of him, going to be his guide, I think. That's what it looks like it's going to happen. And there's opportunity to maybe do lives with him or
Great.
and stuff like this. So I'm not an expert, but I'm kind of coming. I'm way ahead of him because he's 82 years old and all this. But
you. Is he single?
no, he's
Sorry.
married
Sorry.
60.
Just had to say that.
That's great. I love it.
That's a good one. So best way to I don't know if he's open to it, but maybe even helping him manage it and get a management fee as if he wants to monetize or because I just looked at he's starting to post. He did one actual post and his last three posts were notes. Now I wouldn't even know the difference now, but now I looked at his so I looked at his rudimentary site. So I'm just wondering how to approach that if you have any thoughts. Because it's a big opportunity. It could be a whole revenue stream, but he's also a friend. So I'm trying to figure
Are
it
you
out.
okay? So let me repeat back. Are you saying you want to invite him on to do a Substack live? Is that what
I
you're
want
saying?
to help him build that. He already has 6,000 followers with two posts. So,
Oh, so you want to
so I
help?
want to help him organize it. Like you're helping me.
Oh,
I want to kind of help him and maybe manage it for him. And
okay. Geez, you know what's a business? You could bring all your people to me and we could help all of your people have Substacks.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. So you could help him manage it by I mean literally just sharing whatever I'm teaching you. I don't know what more to say. Um, but he has 6,000 people. So
and that's with two posts. He's an anti-marketer.
do you think
So
he uploaded his list and he got the 6,000
no, he
people?
made two posts.
I know, but you could bring like you know how you bring over your
No. He's
let me see him. Let me see his stuff.
yeah, like John Kabat-Zinn.
Oh, John Kabat-Zinn. Oh yeah, he's famous.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's big time. Yeah.
Okay, let me pull this up. Uh,
I started his Instagram a year and a half ago. I said, John, other people are posting your stuff. Let's do your Instagram. So that has 50,000 followers in a year and a half.
okay, let me
And I've been
pull this
putting
up.
work into it. But yeah, so it looks like he's done one post and the rest are uh, notes. Like
Interesting.
his re
Okay. So, okay, it's very unusual to me. He's not doing anything correct, so that's very interesting. Um,
Yeah, but he's famous.
He's
People,
very,
He's
he's the
famous.
mindfulness guru.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
is
yeah,
you talk
famous.
about
everybody knows.
mindfulness,
But his last few things have been on. He invented mindfulness. He didn't invent
mindfulness,
it,
right?
but he
He's the
brought it to
guru of
mainstream.
all
He
gurus.
is the guru of all gurus. Um, Look how many people are so happy he's there. And he hasn't posted for a year. So,
He did his first post last July 4th.
yeah. Well, okay, so it's interesting. If he did this well without doing anything right, he could do tremendously well.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
I think it's a whole because I kind of increased his trust because I just built his
right.
Instagram for free.
Oh, wow, look at this. Look at his notes. You're right. People are like really, that's very interesting. And that one was April. This is April 11th. So that's very recently. And then this
And
is,
those are notes. Now I know the difference between a note
yeah.
and
Look, oh my God. And that was March and he had 609. So yeah, he could clean up on here. He could totally clean
and he's
up.
not interested in cleaning up. And if I say you could clean up, he'll hang up the phone.
Okay.
But
But so
if
then you have to tell him what
no,
does
but
he do?
we already have the trust thing, and I told him I'm diving deep at Substack, and now's a good time to go. So so if I could get in a cadence with him, a couple of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
lives,
yeah.
and what do I ask him to restack me
Oh
or
my gosh, yeah. Ask him to restack
follow
you.
me
And
or
if he did a Substack live with you, that would totally help you. That would totally help you to grow. Um, but I'd clean up your Substack a little bit before he does that.
I know I read yes.
So, but I mean, if you want to just give him some notes right now, is he needs pictures on here.
Right.
He's doing everything right, so it almost doesn't matter. This is a sign of like once you arrive, you can do everything wrong and still succeed. But like that's not there.
Right. So there's
About
no
page. But his archive, you don't need an archive if, but he doesn't have a lot of things. You don't need the archive. Oh, I know what you could tell him real easily is he should
also
attach
yeah.
something that he wants to sell in the menu bar or something that he wants to share. If he's more as Linda would say, heart-centered rather than money-centered. Figure out where he wants right now. This link could go to something.
It could go to the audience. I only have one product with him.
It could go to your products. Hello,
Right.
yeah. So, and then you'd make money immediately, even if you don't charge him to do this. You just say, "Hey, link to
Now I see
the
that
library."
he's taking money in, like people can subscribe, but I wonder if
Well, he doesn't have the badge yet. Uh, does he have it written out? Wait.
You could go to links to his books with you with an affiliate link on Amazon too.
nah, that's not worth the effort. But no, I could. I want to be his
Oh,
partner in this.
he doesn't have the paid thing set up.
Oh, so where is it says
He could
yearly
be
month?
on the bestsellers list with this kind of attention,
Yeah.
but he just has it set. This is the default. Um,
I see.
so you have to attach your Stripe account for this.
So that's not even, yeah. So
So he's not
I was
making any money.
surprised that that's just his default. I see. That makes sense.
So, but if he attached, he could definitely make money from this. Just subscribers, like people are like,
Right. I'd have to say, oh, it's for a cause and part of one of the,
he could
I'll
do that,
manage
but he
it.
could link to a cause here. Like you could give
No,
him.
he's got a link to my cause if I'm
Well, you can
willing.
link to the Steve's cause, but like one for money, one for his
Well, he's
cause.
also a big fan of the sneaker tree, so I could have him restack that, some of those articles or
Sure,
whatever.
absolutely, definitely, definitely.
Okay. So
I
no
mean, it's amazing.
surprises, but
It's
this
pretty
is helpful
crazy.
then.
Look at him. He's barely posts and he's like doing 968. It's phenomenal. 609. Uh, I would see underneath people what people are saying. You could see like why what he wants to explain and you could have him do it for a cause like you could I know we want to do it for Steve's cause but if he's not interested in money right now let's say and I don't know Like this should be his photo and this should be something different, but this should not be empty. See, look how it looks here. If his cute little face was here, that would be better, you know. So
Right. So let me see if he's actually ready for me to give me the login to help him spruce it up. I'll just, yeah, okay. So,
yeah, but he
so
sets
thanks.
this up. It goes right to Instagram.
Does it go to his Instagram? Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
it goes to his Instagram.
That's good. Yeah,
It's
that's the one I built and managed for him.
okay.
All right. So
You know what's
thanks for the,
fascinating? And you could tell him this. He is having more resonance on Substack than Instagram right now. And I think it's the type of people that are on Substack. Yeah, Lynn's
well,
shaking.
it's also,
Because
he
look,
hasn't posted an original thing. I just recycle quotes on
I know, but
Instagram.
he, look, this is April 9th, but everybody's responding to simple things on his notes even. So he's having a stronger response on,
Right. So, because it's new stuff that it's current. The quotes I'm using are 30 years old. But that's a good point though. I could have him start posting on Instagram also instead of just my generic things
yeah,
that he
but
put in.
I think I'm saying something different. Because
Okay.
I love Substack so much, is that I think the community of humans that are on Substack who are really obviously like his people because he could be on here and it could be like very quiet, but to have this, I know it's new content. So you're saying, well, that's because it's new content. But I'm saying I don't even care if it's new content. That's a strong reaction. I mean, I would even see if he just posted one of his quotes if he could get that kind of reaction, Like I think it's the audience on here.
Yeah, it's both. It's both for sure. And he's a thinking person. So,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Okay. So, thanks for that. That was really helpful.
Sure. I would ask why he's on here. Like, try to, if you figure out why he's excited about Substack, and
Well,
then
part
tell,
of it is because I told him, he mentioned it a couple of years ago. I said, now's a good time to do it because
oh,
it's blowing
well,
up.
then convince him of that, and then definitely put your link in his menu bar. It's for his benefit. Of course, you benefit, but
Right?
and then anything else, if he's like political, if he's this or whatever it is, he could have the links in the menu bar too. So he feels like whatever's in his 82-year-old like legacy that he wants to leave, like he's probably in legacy thinking now
Totally, totally.
and say, let's use Substack to build your legacy
Right. And then if I took, right, right, right. And if I could convince him to monetize and
and monetize it too. If
I
he's
get a
losing money
management
right now,
percentage and the rest
yeah,
goes to like a good cause, I might.
totally, totally.
Cool. All right. This is helpful. Now I gotta prepare. I'm gonna be on
And
with
then
him
if
on
it works for
Friday.
him, you go to your other big names.
Well, he's a unique one, but yes, yes.
Because that's phenomenal. That kind of reaction with just a few, and his regular post didn't even have images in it. Like it's like everything was wrong, and it
Well,
did.
it helps when, right, 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 right,
He's
right.
kind of the American Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So
All
okay,
right, cool.
sure. Good
Thank you
luck
for
with
your
that.
time.
Sounds great. All right. Well,
I
What
just
else
want
are
to.
you doing, Karen? I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
Are you doing a live today?
today I'm doing one with Blue. So that would
Okay.
be the other thing I would say is I've met some really great people on Substack. Well, I've met some of you from Substack. Well, Sandy. Well, Steve I knew before Substack. So uh oh, she was waving. I thought he was waving as an example when I met. He was going, me. No, I met Steve before that. So what was I going to say? Uh, I do think that doing the Substack lives are good because people get to know you more. Um, and to reach out to people. People are reaching out to me. And like the one I did yesterday, I am that mom. I didn't know her, but she wrote a good little email and I liked her writing and I liked what she was doing. So I think people are really open and friendly. And so if you guys see somebody that's sort of in your space, or whose voice you love, like say, hey, let's try doing a Substack live together, you
I
know.
want to start this month. I want to start like ASAP. I just booked a session with you for Monday because I want to start like in May to do weekly lives and
Yeah,
invite people and Q and
I think
A.
it's great. And you're really
And
good on video, Linda. That's like a
thank you.
real strength of
I'm
yours.
I'm just spiraling around what to start with and what to call it. So I got you
Yeah.
on Monday at 2 my time. Yay.
Okay, great.
Thank
So
you.
the link work in the bottom. Thank you. I
It
just
did,
wanted to
honey.
know.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, it
I put
did.
the
Thanks,
link for
Sandy.
you, Karen. I just
oh,
want to make sure.
Yep.
oh, thank you. Um, and then
Thanks, Sandy.
the other thing is, what was the other thing? Um, that what is this? Takeaways from the meeting. Oh my God, look at you. Takeaways from the meeting. That is so cool. Oh, it's when people leave, it shows up. Is that what happens? No, because yours is Sandy, your note taker, is putting up takeaways from the meeting. That's cool. Anyway, so what I was going to say is the Substack lives, reaching out to people. Um, it's really, really hard to read everybody's stuff, but I do try to read it. But I do have trouble because I'm like, I have so many, like we all do, but I'm also a mom with a 16-year-old here. So, uh, but I always try to like everybody's notes and posts. If I don't write comments, I apologize. That like requires a whole nother level of like thinking. And I might just even just start to write underneath like, this was great because I'm trying so hard to write something like, show up you. And then I'm like, I put the pressure on me to write like this comment that's like, like this comment, but maybe I'll just to give you the engagement, right? Love this. This was great. Thank you. Needed this or something like that, just so I don't have to stress out thinking of like, what clever, smart thing can I put under this person's essay? Um, but I'm trying to help your engagement. But I will tell you this, that the more you can do that and go on other people's posts and maybe just as I said, this group is good because everybody will support each other in the group. And people like do tend to like I now have like a couple of people whose work I really love. So it's easy for me to like them. And then they just naturally want to like back, probably because we do have a connection. Like, oh, I really like you. And they're like, oh, I really like you. So, find that group of people. And I want this group to be that group of people for you. But that really does help. That engagement really does help you to get more engagement. That's the big step to growing. So do it intentionally. Don't just wait to get like lucky. Go out there and create your own good luck, you know. Okay. Anybody else before we go? All right. Well, I'm rooting for all of you. Oh, I know what I want to say. I'm offering everybody that some things worth sharing thing, but if I did the pre-interview with you, whatever, like Sandy, and I haven't sent you and I haven't sent you the question.